The Honourable Wilson Tucker.
Thank you, President. President, I would like to raise a concern on behalf of a WA resident, Tracy. Tracy's in her 50s, and Tracy's been homeless for 5 years now. Tracy reached out to me when I did a call out to renters to hear basically some rental horror stories, and Tracy got in contact via social media, and she shared her story with me. And I wasn't really sure where to direct Tracy initially, so I did some digging. I went onto the Office of Homelessness page on the government's website. And the first service that is listed is called EntryPoint. Now, EntryPoint, I believe, is a non-for-profit. It's a separate entity, but it does receive government funding. The description for EntryPoint is it provides a free assessment and referral service assisting people who are experiencing homelessness or at risk of becoming homeless in Western Australia to access accommodation and support services. And it mentions that EntryPoint can be contacted Monday to Friday from 9 a.m. to 7 p.m. and Saturday from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. So I asked Tracy if she'd been in contact or if she knew about EntryPoint, if she tried to contact them previously. And the response from Tracy was, to be honest, like many other homeless I've met, I rang every few days and then once a week. After the first year, I gave up because I got no response. The crisis care line just rang out. Even a police officer tried to ring for me here. It just rang out for him too. Now, this obviously surprised and certainly shocked me. It is the first service and the first port of call that is listed on the government's homelessness page. And we're talking about a very vulnerable cohort of people who try to access this in a time of crisis. And for Tracy, she's tried apparently multiple times over the past year and hasn't had any luck. So I tried calling EntryPoint. I tried a couple of weeks ago. I've called them 4 times. I was on hold for 15 minutes per call. It rang out, and then I left a message, and that was weeks ago, and I've yet to receive a call back. Now, I'm certainly not here to throw sort of barbs or aspirations at people in the non-for-profit sector or probably the hardworking people of EntryPoint, but it does raise some bigger questions about how appropriate the funding is and how adequate the resourcing is in EntryPoint if you're waiting for up to a year, and in my case, calling on behalf of Tracy, multiple weeks to actually get a response. Now, I did ask a question on this, and I guess I put on my my data engineering hat, and I was really looking for some KPIs and some I guess metrics around, the call volume, the number of people that staff there, what the contract and what the obligations are of EntryPoint, and that's on notice. So I'm still waiting. I will continue to ask some questions on this, and I will certainly have some more to say in the future. I would like to take this opportunity to thank the housing minister's, the housing minister in his office and his advisors who have made themselves available and willing to talk and try and give someone a sort of avenue and I guess a short-term solution in the face of EntryPoint not picking up the phone for Tracy. So the advisors have reached out, and I think that mattered. Hopefully we've got a bit of small relief for Tracy, but there are some larger questions that are still pending, and I'll certainly have some more to say on this in the future.